I'm going to bring another topic on vectors PBR322. As promised earlier, I had promised, if you remember, that I said that we will be reaching to this vector. This is the name of a plasmid vector, plasmid Bolivar-Rodrigues 322 strain. I am going to focus on this topic only, but before I reach this topic, as said earlier, quick revision on the properties of a vector. What is a vector? It is a delivering system that is going to help us deliver the foreign DNA, and from the foreign DNA it will be traveling into the host via this vector. It's through this vector, and this vector is going to be either the plasmids, which are extrachromosomal, circular in structure, and they are able to carry short nucleotide sequence. So the sequence that is carried by a plasmid is not a large one. Suppose the DNA fragment it has to carry is a larger one, then the plasmid is not going to be a choice. So plasmids are extrachromosomal, circular structure, but having shorter nucleotide sequence. As said earlier in my earlier videos, when revising, I said that origin of replication should be there in a vector. Origin of replication is the point from where the replication start, and this origin of replication is also known as ORI, and this ORI region has to relate to the ROP, that is where the protein synthesis will be taking place, because it's this place which is having a direct interaction with ORI and ROP. So when I will be explaining this topic, I shall brief you more on this. Then comes bacteriophage, which are able to carry a slightly larger genomic sequence or a nucleotide sequence, and we are going to, in that case, the lambda phage and the M13 phage is going to be considered. Lambda phage, before I go on to this, bacteriophage is the name of the virus that infects bacteria. Then as I said, that ORI, ROP, multiple cloning site should be there. Multiple cloning site is that where the vector will be integrating the DNA sequence into the vector. That place is the multiple cloning site where the restriction endonuclease will be cleaving, and if there is a multiple choice, in that case it will be preferred. So that point, keep it in mind. And then cosmate. Cosmate is actually the cos site of this lambda phage we are talking about and integrated into a plasmid. So that's why cosmate is actually the cos site, which is the cohesive site of lambda phage and plasmids. Both of them comprise the cosmate. Then bacterial artificial chromosome and yeast artificial chromosome is actually the artificial chromosomes which are able to carry larger nucleotide sequences. So what are the types I have focused? Plasmids, bacteriophage, cosmate and artificial chromosome, and today's focus will be on plasmids. Back to our main focusing part today, PBR 322. As I have said, that this plasmid vector is having a greater capability of carrying genes that are to be integrated, and if there is a combination, means there is some unique feature that is found in this vector. So which vector we are going to study today? PBR 322. The name of this vector is plasmid. P for plasmid, B for Bolivar, the person who has invented this and found out about it, that is plasmid Bolivar-Rodrigues. And the strain that is our concern is, strain is 322. As I have said, when the naming of the nomenclature of vectors are there, the first part, that is plasmid, named after the scientist who has invented this, Bolivar-Rodrigues, and the strain is 322. This is a plasmid vector which is a cloning vector. There are some unique features about this vector which I am going to point out right now. Let's see what are the unique features. It has a choice of having a selectable marker region where there are many restriction endonuclease found. What is a selectable marker region? A selectable marker region is a particular nucleotide sequence. A larger sequence is found, and that sequence is able to differentiate the transformants from the non-transformants, the recombinants from the non-recombinants. You may ask me that what are the transformants? The transformants are actually when the vector, the cleavage takes place of the restriction enzyme from that chromosome from where we are going to take that DNA molecule which is carrying the foreign gene or the gene of our interest, and it is going to be integrated into the vector, and where it is going to be integrated, that is into the multiple cloning site, MCS what we call it, and with the help of the restriction endonuclease the cleavage will take place. The choice of restriction endonuclease is actually the here in this case we have a larger choice, that's why this vector is very much preferred. So I would say that here in this case there are some unique features. At the same time, the the multiple cloning site, that is where the cleavage point will take place, will also here the gene of our interest will be integrated into the vector. That's why it's a transformant or a recombinant rather. And in case of non-transformants, the gene of interest will not be integrated into the plasmid vector. Now let's focus on this. You can see that the PBR322 plasmid Bolivar-Rodriguez 322 strain is used. I said there are some unique features that are found in this vector. What are the unique features? First point to be noted is origin of replication. Replication starting point should be there, from where the number of copies will be produced, and this point is known as ORI, O-R-I, ORI. Let me mark it like this so that you can distinguish this from other point. This is the ORI region. Let me use a different color so that it can be well understood. This is the ORI region. So replication starts from this region, and it has a direct interaction with region of ROP, protein, where the synthesis of the protein will take place. This I will come to little bit later. Let me take you down to the selectable marker region. The selectable marker region has a wide variety of choice. In this case, there are a number of restriction in endonuclease that is used in this vector. Let us find out what are those. Any restriction endonuclease. That's a very unique feature about this plasmid vector. Origin of replication, from where replication will start, and the selectable marker region. Now can you see this part which has been marked with a different red coloration I have used. The reason of using this so that you can understand which is the selectable marker region that I have used. Selectable marker region where you find the choice, means here in this case multiple choices there. As you are always looking for multiple choice questions, you have this plasmid vector has given a multiple choice. In this case we find there are number of restriction endonuclease that are used. Let me point out the names. Okay, I am going to use black for writing. Here in this case, here you have BAMH1, SAL1. SAL1 actually is the L site. So here this I am going to come back to these names. PVU1, you can write here PV. Let me write in this way so that you get it. PVU1, PST1. So that side I have written means BAMH1, SAL1, PST1 and PVU1. And other than these, there are some other restriction endonuclease also found, and here in this part so that you can distinguish where these are found. These are EcoR1, then CLAV1, CLA CLAV1, and another one is also there, that is HindD3. So as you see the names, another one is also there, that is, you may say ma'am is saying continuously another one. Yes, there is a multiple choice in this case. There is PVU2. So let me take the names of all the restriction endonuclease in short first, then I will say the long forms. There are lots of names. These are the names of all the restriction endonuclease which are used to cleave the vector, the plasmid, and the names are, that side I have written BAMH1, SAL1, PST1, PVU1, EcoR1, CLAV1, HindD3 and PVU2. Other than this, there is ROP also. You can take this as the ROP region. ROP region, here it is responsible for the synthesis of proteins, and this will be having a direct relation with this origin, ori region, where the replication has to start, as it will be interacting these proteins which are going to be synthesized will be used in the process of replication. So, control of number of copies, how many copies, that is also done by the ori, that is also a factor. So, this in short, then I will come to the ampicillin resistance gene, selectable marker, as I have pointed out the names BAMH1, SAL1, PST1, PVU1 has some other unique features, the names of the restriction endonuclease. Let me talk about the antibiotic resistance gene which is found in the selectable marker region. Look here, PST1, PVU1, these names are names of restriction endonuclease, and these are present in genes which are encoding antibiotic resistance to ampicillin. So, here when I am talking about PST1, PVU1, these are genes, again I am repeating, these are present in genes that are encoding antibiotic resistance to which one? Which antibiotic? It is ampicillin. So, you can write over here ampicillin, ampicillin resistance gene. It is found in this region. So, here PVU1, PST1 is present in the gene encoding resistance to antibiotic ampicillin. And on the other hand, BAMH1 and SAL1 is present in the gene that is encoding resistance to antibiotic tetracycline. So, here it is tetracycline in this case and ampicillin in this case. Let me give a different color so that you can remember, as this is in red, so I will put it in red, that PV, a quick revision, because this part students get confused. It's very important to remember these names, that when it case of PVU1 and PST1, it is ampicillin resistance gene encoding to this antibiotic, and when it is BAMH1 and SAL1, it is the present in the gene that is encoding resistance to antibiotic tetracycline. Ori region is responsible for replication, controlling the number of copies also. At the same time, here ROP is the region where protein synthesis will take place, and these protein that is synthesized will be having a direct relation with the replication of this plasmid. So, I have said that origin of replication is the point where the replication will begin, controls number of copies also. At the same time, ROP, that is the region where synthesis of some essential protein takes place. It encodes the protein that will be required for the replication purpose. So, there is a direct interaction in this case, and PVU2 is also there, but this I am not coming to it. Let me take the names also. BAMH1, SAL1 is responsible for encoding tetracycline, that is antibiotic resistance gene. BAMH1 is a type 2 restriction endonuclease. If you remember, when I was doing the lesson on restriction endonuclease, I had specified which type it is. So, BAMH1 is type 2, Bacillus amyloleucoficiens. H1 is the name of the strain. It is used in molecular biology and for the cleavage at a particular site, the target site where it recognizes and it cleaves there. So, target site it will be able to do it. Another one is the SAL1. SAL1 is Streptomyces and Streptomyces albus G. It is this restriction endonuclease is used in molecular biology, where you will find the cleavage point is somewhere at the 5' cohesive site. It is G, the pattern is actually G, T, C, G, A, C. Here it is the 5' and here it is the 3' and it cleaves here. The pattern of cleavage, that's why when I was doing the lesson on restriction endonuclease, I think if you have forgotten, just go back to that lesson. So, BAMH1 is type 2, this is type 2, BAMH1, the name is Bacillus amyloleucoficiens, this is Streptomyces albus. If you want, I can, after finishing this explanation, I can write these names for you so that you can remember it, okay, and the strain number is 1. So, this is good, these are present in the genes Which one? Encoding resistance to which antibiotic? Tetracycline. Then I am coming to PVS. In this part you can see PST1. PST1 is actually Providencia. The name is Providencia stuarti. The strain is 1. So Providencia stuarti and PVU1 is Proteus vulgaris. These are names of the bacteria that from where it has been isolated. So Providencia stuarti 1 and here it is Proteus vulgaris 1 and here again Proteus vulgaris 2. It is nothing but the strain that has been used as a cleavage, means for purpose of cleavage, which strain has been used and from where it has been isolated. Origin of isolation you can say. So PST is, I have taken the name, and PVU1 also have taken the name. PVU2 nothing but only the strain difference is there. Other than that, EcoR1 you already know, you are very much well acquainted with this name, that is EcoR1 Clavan, EcoR1 Escherichia coli. Other people take the pronunciation in other way, I take it in that way, that is Escherichia coli, and this is Caryophanon latum. Caryophanon latum is also there. HindD3, very familiar name, I have discussed this also. This is also type 2. BAMH1 and HindD3, these are both the type 2 restriction endonuclease. HindD3, it is Haemophilus influenzae, D3 stain. So almost I have covered all the names, and the length of this means base pairs 4361 base pairs, the length of this vector, plasmid vector. The full names I can give it as a list for your convenience. I have taken the names, but lots of names, henceforth lots of confusions can arise. No difficulty in learning at all. Little bit the names, just like when you are in your earlier years learning tables, take the names again and again, you will be also familiar with these big names. I hope